Dear children, it is the last part of the chapter Federalism. Then, actually, I already sent 2 parts of this chapter. Then, in the second video, we discussed about how federalism practiced in India. Okay. Then we told about formation of states on the basis of language. Then what is our language policy? We explained actually India don't have any particular national language. According to our constitution, we have 22 official languages. Okay. Then after that we studied about center-state relation. In center-state relation, actually we have to study about 2 political scenarios. 2 political scenario means before 1990 and after 90s. Before 90s and after 90s. Before 90s, actually in Indian political scenario, we can see in parliament election, one major political party won the majority seats in that election. So it was very easy to form their central government, union ministry, and that's why they got ultimate power over all states. So they strictly controlled the states. But after 90s, we can see the major political parties, none of the major political parties didn't get majority in parliament election. So to form the central government, to form the union ministry, they joined with the small parties, the regional parties. So it was very difficult to control the states. They didn't get ultimate power because they formed coalition government. So in a coalition government, always we can see the smaller parties, the regional parties, always they will give a high pressure on the central government. Okay. Then actually in your textbook we can see 2 cartoons. You just go through the 2 cartoons. In the first cartoon we can see actually the person is Indira Gandhi, our former Prime Minister. Actually, in front of her, all other states are pleading for more power. That was the condition before 90s. In the second cartoon, we can see actually in that picture, the person is Atal Bihari Vajpayee, our former Prime Minister. Then he was sitting on a chair which made by detonators, and near to that chair we can see one fireplace. On that fireplace, they wrote coalition government. Actually, whenever one spark will fall on that detonators, everything will spoil. Then we can see in that detonators many regional political party leaders like Mamata Banerjee, Chandrababu Naidu, then Jayalalitha, she is no more now. Then all these we can recognize from that cartoon. Actually, these are the difference between 2 political scenarios in India. That is central-state relation. 2 types of central-state relation we can see under federal system. Okay. In one system, major political party controlled all states very strictly. In second one, the regional political parties played a role in decision-making policies of central government. Okay. After that, the last portion of this chapter is decentralization of power in India. Decentralization. Obviously, we can say decentralization means division of powers. Division of powers, sharing of powers. Okay. In this topic, decentralization in India. In this topic, you just study one thing. Whenever we taken away some powers from central government and state government, and we given it to, or we handed over all these powers to local self governments like panchayat, municipality and corporation. Actually, this is known as decentralization in India. Actually, in Indian politics, we took some powers from central government and state governments, and we given the same powers to our local administrative bodies. This is known as decentralization in India. Okay, why do we need decentralization? Actually, Makle, please think about the size of our state. Because In India, most of the states are in size. I am telling about the size of that states. In size, they are same as the independent countries in Europe. You just think about the large size of our states. So, for the easiness of governance, we decided to decentralize the power. Actually, at first we think about that idea in 1992. Then after that we passed one bill in parliament. It is known as Panchayati Raj and Nagarapalika Bill. It is not mentioned in your textbook, but you must know about that Panchayati Raj and Nagarapalika Bill. So, from this part, many questions will come in different ways, but we have to write only one answer. What is decentralization in India? The another question will come. Explain the features of the Act 1992. Explain the 73rd Amendment, because we with the help of the 73rd Amendment only we enacted this new law. Okay, so explain the features of 73rd Amendment. Like that many otherwise, then another one, explain Panchayati Raj system in India. Like that many questions will come. Okay, why do we need decentralization? The one point I told, actually for the easiness of governance we need it. Then another point is there. The basic idea behind the decentralization in India is that we can solve many problems in local level, because in our locality we are familiar with the problems in our area. So it is very easy to handle these problems, and we can find out the solutions easily. Okay, that is why we opted decentralization in India. One example I will tell. In present condition, actually in this pandemic period, many people are coming from outside to India. I mean, especially in Kerala also many came. Then those who came from outside are under the strict home quarantine or institutional quarantine of 14 days. Okay, then all these things are under the control of local self-government. Panchayat or municipality or corporation will take care of this one, institution quarantine. The institutions, they will provide the institutions for quarantine. Then they will take monitoring. Then all these things are under the control of PHC, Primary Health Center or Community Health Center or Family Health Center. PHC, CHC, FHC. Like that many are there in our rural urban areas. They will control all these things because they are very familiar with to that persons. They can understand easily who came from outside and who is the needy one. Then another example, community kitchen. Actually, we provided food for the actually to solve the food concern. We provided food to the needy persons in our locality, and almost all panchayats started community kitchen. Actually, all these things are related to this local self-government because they are familiar with the people. Okay, then another example, life mission project regarding the housing, construction of houses. Many people are there in our society, they don't have their own houses. Actually, in life mission, the panchayat or municipality or corporation, they selected the needy person because they are familiar with the people. That's why they can easily solve the problems in their locality.